Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Hope Emerge Foundation is a nonprofit organization founded as a personal response to abject poverty and the need for preventative and proper health care delivery to the average person in Nigeria. The goal is to ensure that the average individual is provided with the education and the needed knowledge to prevent and reduce the spread of disease. Joining us now to speak on Hope Emerge Foundation is the Executive Secretary, Adeola Akinsanya. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me in the studio today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you and also to learn more about the work you're doing. As you know, we've had two guests today talk about breast cancer awareness and prevention. And so once again, it looks like Hope Emerge is really working in the field of healthcare to help and empower people with knowledge and information. Tell us the specific work you do and where you do it.
Oh, yes. Like we said, Hope Emerge is response to some of the sufferings that we have noticed in some of our underserved communities where, we know people are actually economically disadvantaged, and because of, their economic situation, they're not able to have access to good medical care, and because we know that prevention is better than cure, it's actually cheaper. We believe that, getting them to become aware of things that can happen if they don't quickly nip, diseases in the bud. Yeah, so that's, because we know, like I said, it's cheaper, so we decided to go into those communities to educate them, let them become aware, and sometimes, when we go around like that, we realize that some of those people are already down with, some of these chronic diseases that should have been prevented. So what we do, we try to, help them, we support them. Yes, through referrals, we get some specialists who can, who can help them, can also, support them too, and for follow-up.
Okay.
Follow up some of this, in some of these situations. And of course, we know that it's a cycle. Like you said, it's a charitable organization as well, and we know poverty is a cycle. Someone who hasn't eaten cannot think of going to the hospital, cannot even think of taking care of himself or herself. And because of that, we also try in a way to encourage, to empower people, by also education empowerment, economic empowerment, because we know that it's a cycle. So if you're, like I said, if you're not, if you're hungry.
How old is the foundation?
We're just about 1 year.
Okay.
Just about
well, you really do take a holistic view, because even apart from illness and disease and what have you, you also look at other areas of health like pregnancy. You have that who supports a pregnancy.
Oh, wow.
So how do people go about supporting and sponsoring?
We're very much on that, because when the community where we are presently, when we got in there initially, we realized that a lot of young women and some women who have been married for years, who are pregnant, who don't really believe in going for antenatal. So during this outreach, we got them, on board, and we asked them questions. Where are you taking your antenatal? Most of them said they were not taking antenatal, visit hospitals. They go to those traditional healers, quack doctors, and with that we were able to refer them to a hospital, and up till date, at least within 1 year, within some months, between January and now, we've had 5 babies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So five women that you took from not having antenatal care into care, and now they've had healthy babies.
Healthy babies, yes.
So really reducing the maternal mortality
yes.
and early childhood mortality.
We also, of course, we couldn't have done this but for the help of we have volunteers on ground who have assisted us. They accompany the women to the hospital, because sometimes when you don't follow up on those women, they might, give excuses of not having money for hospital visits or some of the
even
tests.
Transport money.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
those
people
are the
underestimate
things. Yeah, those are the things
money.
we try to provide.
Okay.
We did
So you guys
that.
really do provide that support?
We did provide all that. We're still doing it. We do that. Then some hospital tests that, you know, when they're pregnant, you're supposed to take. They were not doing that. So we were able to fill in the gap.
It's incredibly dangerous. I cannot overstate how dangerous it is to go through a pregnancy without regular antenatal care. And a lot of people are forced to do that. Because you just talked about the pregnancy test. You don't even know about your blood sugar, your pregnancy. You're just blind. It's actually really
So you're
dangerous.
basically flying blind for 9 months.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So, like you said, we have been able to, the goal is to prevent some, you know, things that we can actually, you know, take care of at the initial stage.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you have an upcoming intervention. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. We come October 19th, I think in about 1 week now, we have a medical outreach, you know, railway corporation, someone at Ibutemeta. Yeah, we're having, you know, medical outreach where we have a team of professionals, both in Nigeria and from the UK and in the US, who are coming to join us. So what we're going to do basically is to take people through, you know, screening, medical tests, just, you know, to, you know, support our goal of preventive health care. So we have support from different organizations in Nigeria, even abroad, you know, who have given us medical supplies. We're going to check people's their blood pressure, their, you know, cholesterol status, and malaria test, which is one of the, you know, illnesses that really take people down in this part of the world. So it's going to be a very big one. Hopefully, we're having volunteers who are shown interest to support us.
That's great. You've mentioned volunteers, you've mentioned corporations, local and international. But how can individuals support you in other ways?
Oh, yes. You know, because of charitable work, you need a lot of funding. So we have our website.
Okay. Hope Emerge.
Hope Emerge, www.hopeemerge.org. We have, you know, once you get on the internet, on the website, we have a link, a donation link there, where you can, you know, click on, and it takes you through the process of how to support us financially, and also, you know, not only financially, since it is a medical, you know, mission we're into. You can now from let me say this, from after the medical mission. What we're going to have people that we may have to refer
to different hospitals.
To different hospitals. So we're hopeful that we'll get people who are ready to take up patients at probably reduced costs.
So part of what you're looking for is not only donations, but actually partner hospitals.
Partner hospitals,
partner clinics.
Clinics who are ready to take on, you know, cases after the whole mission on Saturday.
One of the things one of your doctors told me was really what they find is sometimes it's just simple education tweaks that you advise people on. So, for example, there are some people that maybe they have high blood pressure, and you just start to ask them questions about their diet, and you start to realize that they're using salt in multiple ways. And so they're actually consuming more salt than they need to. And so just really talking to people and telling them, look, if you're using smoked fish, it's already salted. So you don't need to add more salt. And so these type of education, and they've said that when you guys have come back, you've seen dramatic reductions.
Yes, because that's a preventive way.
Yeah.
You know, to take care of all those things. And I have a story which is not so good. Anyway, when we enter the community that we are
Which community are you currently in?
Somewhere in Ibutemeta.
Okay, so in Ibutemeta, so you're still...
Ibutemeta, yes. Okay. It's more or less like a slum.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll get there. Okay. So there was this woman who was really very active, and she was helping with some of these pregnant women, supporting them to, you know, to visit, to go for their antenatal visits. And she had needs. We knew she had needs, but she wasn't really asking for anything. So sometimes, during one of those visits, we had a case of an enlarged prostate. She actually followed the man for his procedure. So when she came back, we asked her, what do you really want us to do for you? She told us she wanted empowerment. Oh, fine, we'll do that. She believed that the next morning, we got a call that she passed on. Why?
Oh, the woman that was helping.
Yeah, the woman leader. They call her the woman leader.
Yes.
Yes. And she passed on. Why? Because she had a raised BP.
Oh, wow. So she even had high blood pressure and she didn't know.
Yeah. So that really touched
really all about,
us.
yeah,
It touched us.
Information is so crucial.
It's
information
crucial,
and
education.
just doing testing to actually test.
Testing.
A periodic test, you have to know how your status.
And we chose, even you find out in middle class people rarely go for routine
People don't go to the
checks.
doctor. People don't go to the doctor.
Yeah. So maybe they by the time the illness or the disease set in, they may have some money to take care of themselves. But for the people who are economically challenged, they want.
So for people listening now, anyone can come to Railway
Railway Corporation compound premises. That's where anyone can come. Because
on the 19th.
On the 19th of October, yes. And also on this 20th, like you mentioned, we're having a gala night, a fundraising gala night, where we're inviting people to come and join us. We're going to showcase the things that we've done so far. In 1 year, we've been able to do a lot. Yes, we've supported young women. Yeah, for now we have young women who are interested in going to school, and they're not able to. Because like I said, it's a cycle. If you're not educated, there's no way you can have, you'll not be able to get good jobs to provide for yourself, and it goes on like that. So when we see some people who are really in need, they want to go to school, so fine, why do we? We'll support them. We'll be able to pay school fees. We'll be able to support people who want to do exams, want to take exams, GCE, and all of that.
So it's just like small things that can cause huge obstacles in the future.
Yes, negative effects.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with us.